Today we are going to discuss permutations and combinations and probability. Permutations and combinations and probability also. So this is also there in our CUSET. So first to discuss about what is the permutation. Permutation means what? So here each of the arrangement which can be made by taking some or all of a number of items is called permutation. That means from group of items we can select some item. That means some group of items are there. So from those we can select some items. How it is possible? That means each of the arrangements which can be made by taking some or all of number of items is called a permutation. Okay, so here this permutation implies the arrangements. That means arrange the given elements in some order. Arrangements or order of items. That means here the order of items is important. Order of items. Here, for example, permutation of 3 items. That means A, B, C are the 3 items. From these 3 items, I have to pick 2 items. So these are the 3 items. From these 3 items, you can pick any 2 items. Any 2 items. So how many possibilities are there? How many possibilities are there? That means how many arrangements are there? Here, coming to the permutation, the arrangement AB is different from BA. Even though in the same way BC, CB is different, AC and CA is different. So total 6 arrangements are there. So total 3, that means n equal to here 3. Out of these 3, we can take only 2. That means that arrangement. Here the definition of this permutation is each of the arrangements which can be made by taking some or all of the items called permutation. That means from these items we can take some items or all the items and making some arrangement. So this is nothing but permutation. Here this is different, AP and BA and BC and CB. That means arrangement is nothing but permutation. Okay, so how this is, that means the generalized formula for this permutation is what? Here number of permutations of n things taking R at a time. That means n things are there. From these n things, R things are taken at a time. Now the arrangement is like this, NPR. So this NPR equal to here NPR equal to n factorial divided by n minus R factorial. Sandeep, attendance post चाहिए increase अय्याका.
Okay, ma'am.
This is for the permutation. And coming to the combination, what is the combination? That means selection only. Combination in the sense each of the groups are selections which can be made by taking some or all the items is called combination. That means here we can take 2 items and arranging those 2 items in some proper order. That means AB is different and BA is different. So from these group of items we can pick only 2 items or select only 2 items. Selection is different and arrangement is different. So selection comes under combination. That is selection. Each of the groups or selections which can be made by taking some or number of items is called combination. So in this combination, order in which the items are taken not considered. That means order is not considered. That means AB, BA is some different order. Okay, this order is not considered as long as the specific things are included. Suppose here, for example, A, B, C are the 3 items. So from these 3 items, we can take only 2 items. That means AB is 1 chance and BC is 1 chance and AC is 1 chance. So there is any alternatives can are there? No, because AB or BA both are same. AC or CA is both are same. And now coming to PC or CP is different. CA or CB. So already is there. That means BC in that CB is there. Means here selection is only 3 ways and arrangement is in 6 ways. That means arrangement is a permutation and selection is a combination. Here order is not specific. In this case order is not specific. Okay. Now here this is what NCR. Here from number of items selecting R items. That means number of combinations of n things. That is number of combinations of n things n things n things taking or at a time, taking or at a time, taking or at a time is denoted by NCR, that is n factorial by r factorial n minus r factorial. So this is a NCR formula. So this is what NPR formula. Here n number of permutations of n things taking r at a time is n factor NPR. This is what NCR. Okay. In the same way, number of ways in which that is first point is number of permutations of n things taking or at a time is NPR, that is n factorial by n minus r factorial. So next point is number of combinations of n things taking or at a time is NCR, that is n factorial by r factorial minus n minus r factorial into n minus r factorial. And number of ways in which n things may be arranged taking them at all at a time when p of things are exactly like one kind. That means suppose here n items are there. So from these n items, p are one type and q are another type. That means p of things are exactly one kind and these are the exactly another kind, and r of things are exactly third kind. That means different kinds of items. Suppose n number of balls are there. From this n number of balls, you can pick 3 red color balls, p red color, q blue color, or white color, like that. So in that case, the formula is like this. Here n factorial divided by p factorial, q factorial, r factorial. So this is what one formula. That means here number of ways in which n things are arranged taking them p are of one kind, q are of another kind, and r of third kind. Then so what is the formula? That is n factorial by p factorial, q factorial, and r factorial. Next, another formula, that is number of ways of selecting one or more items. Number of ways of selecting one or more items from n given items. The formula is like this. So here all are different. Okay, and ఇక్కడ మనకి the p kind is different, q kind is different, and all these three are different. Here the number of ways of selecting one or more items from n given items equal to the power of n minus 1. And another formula, number of ways dividing That is another formula. Number of ways dividing P plus Q items. P plus Q items into two groups. Items into two groups of P and Q items respectively. P and 2, that means P plus Q items are divided into two groups. So one group contain P and other group contain Q respectively. So that is P plus Q factorial divided by P factorial and Q factorial. So these are the formulas, and some more formulas are there. So these formulas we are used in our questions. So next problem formula is number of ways dividing 2P items. So in the previous case, P plus Q items are divided into two groups. One is the P group and other one is the Q group. That is P plus Q factorial divided by P factorial and Q factorial. Now here, number of ways dividing 2P items. These are the 2P items are divided into two equal groups. This divided into two equal groups. Two equal groups. Each group contains P number of items. 3 number of items. That is 2P factorial divided by P factorial whole square. That means in the same way. So here P, Q are both are equal. That means automatically P plus P Q 2P factorial divided by P factorial Q factorial. That means P factorial whole square. And next one is number of ways dividing 2P factorial into two equal groups P, which is where two groups do not have distinct identity. Here two groups have distinct identity. So two groups, in this case two groups have distinct identity. That means distinct elements. Distinct identity. So whereas two groups as do not, that means here 2P items are there. These are divided into two equal parts. That is 2P factorial divided by 2 factorial P factorial whole square. So this is here these two equal parts. Here divided into two equal groups. So these two equal groups do not have, in this case two have distinct identity. Here in this case do not have equal or do not have distinct identity. So ఇక్కడ మనకి distinct identity అనేది ఉండదు. There is no distinct identity. Now the formula, that is suppose here number of ways to dividing P plus Q plus R items into three groups, that is P plus Q plus R factorial divided by P factorial Q factorial R. So in this case, it's the two equal parts. Here, three equal groups. So total items, these are the total items. Okay. So the next number of circular arrangements. Next formula is number of circular arrangements. Number of circular arrangements of n distinct elements. N distinct elements. N distinct elements. That is n minus 1 factorial. Circular, that means suppose 5 balls ni kuchobetali. So this is what the 5 minus 1 factorial. Okay. Now here if there is a difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. So this is what clockwise. So this is what the anti-clockwise. So there is a difference between the clockwise and anti-clockwise. So అంటే ఇక్కడ యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ number of circular arrangements of n distinct items is n minus 1 factorial if there is a difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise arrangement. And n minus అంటే clockwise కి anti-clockwise కి difference చూపించినప్పుడు n minus 1 factorial చెప్తాం. Suppose here there is no difference between the clockwise and anti-clockwise. So now how many arrangements are there? n minus 1 factorial by 2. So here no difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. and anti-clockwise. So here there is a difference between clockwise and anti-clockwise. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది మనకి clockwise కి anti-clockwise కి difference ఉంది. Okay, so అలాంటి కేసెస్లో n-1 factorial. Here if there is no difference, either arrangement is like this or like this. So that in this case n-1 factorial divided by 2. Suppose here the items are like this. Suppose x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on xn. So on xn. So where xn equal to s. So where s greater than or equal to s greater than or equal to 0. Number of positive integral solutions. How many number of positive integral solutions means s minus 1 n. Then s minus 1 c n minus 1. So these are the number of integral solutions. అంటే మన ప్రాబ్లం కనుక ఈ ఫార్ములా ఉంది అనుకోండి x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on xn equal to s. Then the arrangement is s minus 1 c n minus 1. Now see here, this is what the permutations and combinations in that some formulas and in depth ga discuss chedam. Before that manki what is the probability? You see here the probability definition. Suppose probability means how much chance. It means here whenever anything can then that is nothing but even. Suppose you can toss the coin. So here there is a chance for 50% for tail, 50% for head, 50% for tail, 50% for head. And here the probability means what is that probability? That means మనకి 100% chance అంట. So probability ని ఎలా చెప్తాము అంటే, so this is like this. So here this p is the probability. This value is between 0 to 1. So 1 means success and 0 means failure. Okay, here the tail chance is 50%, that is 0.5. Here the head chance is 0.5. Okay, there is no failure. Either that is the tail, either that is the head. Okay, so if an experiment, that means if any event or experiment, there are n occurrences are there. N occurrences are there, out of which n occurrences are favorable. Suppose you can toss the coin, that means 2 occurrences are there. So under total 2 occurrences, out of which total 2 occurrences, so we got only one, either head, either tail. That means total ga manaki 2 unnai. So that's why 1/2 is nothing but 0.5. 50% chance is there. So this is what the probability. That means if an experiment there are n occurrences, n is nothing but total occurrences. Total occurrences. Okay, out of which m occurrences are favorable to a particular event. So m occurrences are favorable. These m occurrences are favorable to a particular event. N are the total and m is the favorable. Ante manam evaithe favorable ga unnai. So how we got this one? That means then the probability of the event. Ante ఈ m occurrences ni n occurrences నుండి సెలెక్ట్ చేయడానికి, that is nothing but event. So then the event ante what is the success rate, or then the probability of event E written like this. Probability of event written like this. So this is defined m by n. That means here total n occurrences are there, out of which m occurrences are there. Suppose whenever we can throw a dice, here if we got only one, what is the probability? That means 1/6, because here total occurrences are n. That means whenever, that means dice nothing but 6. So whenever we throw dice, if we got one, what is the probability? That is what 1/6. So here n is nothing but only 1. Occurrences are 1 and total occurrences are 6. So that 1/6 is the probability. So for event E, Suppose non-occurrence cases are there. So these are the occurrences. M are the favorable occurrences. So sometimes the event is non-occurrence or non-occur. Here, so for the event E, non-occurrence of event is denoted like this. This is what the non-occurrence. So this is what the occurrence. So what is the probability of this non-occurrence? So if M occurrences are favorable to the event E, it means that N minus M occurrences are non-occurrences. M minus occurrences are not favorable. So these ante manaki M are the favorable occurrences. Here M are the favorable occurrences. Then N minus M are non-favorable occurrences. That means non-favorable occurrences. That means suppose whenever we can close the dice, we got only one. That means the chance is 1. And non-occurrences are 5. That means N minus 1 are the non-favorable occurrences. So how we have to define the probability of the event? That means probability of the event. Here the probability of the event non-occurrence equal to M minus N. Sorry, not. This is what N minus M divided by N. So here M is the favorable occurrences, N minus N is a non-favorable occurrence, N is a total occurrences. So this is also called as complementary event. E complement is called as complementary event for event E. E key, this is a complementary event. So we can write based on these two, P of P plus P of E complement equal to what only? M by N plus N minus M by N. So now M plus N minus M divided by N by N, this is equal to 1. Therefore, probability of E, probability of occurrence plus probability of non-occurrence equal to what only? 1. So that's why the probability between 0 to 1. P of equal, that means if P of E, E complement equal to 1 minus P of E. Suppose whenever you can throw the coin, no? So head the chance is 50%. So tail chance is what only? That is also 50%. Suppose whenever we can throw that ice, if we got 1, that is 1 by 6. What is the, this is what the P of E. So what is this P of E complement? That is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 6. This is nothing but 6 minus 1 by 6, that is 5 minus 6. So total occurrences are 6 and non-favorable occurrences are 5. Non-favorable occurrences are 5. So this is what the probability concept. Now in this some points are there in this probability. Here, so probability, that is P of E of happening of an event E is called the probability of success. This is nothing but probability of success. So here we are called as a probability of success, that otherwise probability of occurrence. So simply said the probability of success. So here this is what the probability of non-happening. This is what probability of happening. Probability of happening or success. So this is what the probability of failure or none happening. So this is what none happening. Okay. So if probability of, this is one point. So if the probability of E equal to 1, then the event called certain event. So this is called, so if the probability of E is 1, this is what certain event is occurred. So in this case, then the event is called, certain event. Suppose if probability of E equal to 0, so then the event is called impossible event. Then event is called impossible event. So then the event is called impossible event. Otherwise, this is called as 1 is nothing but success and 0 is nothing but failure also. So instead of saying that the chance of happening an event M by N, so just we can say that odds in favorable of the event. That means M and N minus is 1 is the non-favorable events. Okay, so this is what the third point. And suppose here we know that the addition theorem on probability, addition theorem on probability. So this is saying like the principle of inclusion and exclusion. Suppose what is the principle of inclusion and exclusion? For two sets, number of items in A union B equal to number of items of A, number of items in B minus number of items in both of those two sets. So this is what the principle of inclusion and exclusion. Okay. Now this is the addition theorem on probability. This is the addition theorem on probability. Here A and B are the two sets. Then A union B is given like this. So a similar relationship exists in the probability theorem. So this is called as addition theorem on probability. So here this is called as the principle of inclusion and exclusion only. So in this way same is possible in probability. So that is called addition theorem on probability. So how you can write that is the probability of A union B equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Okay. So where A and B are, here we are called this A and B are the sets. Here in this case A and B are sets. Here A and B are events. Here A and B are events. Okay. So if in this case here if A and B are mutual exclusive events, A and B are mutual exclusive events. So mutual exclusive events, that is nothing but mutual exclusive, nothing but disjoints. That is in the probability we can call these two are exclusive mutual exclusive events, nothing but in the sets A and B are disjoint sets. A and B are disjoint sets. So whenever these A and B are disjoint sets, that means A intersection B equal to what in the pi. That's a null. So that whenever in the probability mutual exclusive events, that means suppose head and tail are both are mutual exclusive events. Head and tail are mutual exclusive because whenever we can toss a coin, either head, either tail. Okay, these are the mutual. And one event happens, another event is not happen. There is a mutual exclusive event. So this is what the mutual exclusive event. Now here, so this is same as in set theory. That is A and B are the disjoint sets. Nothing but intersection of both of those two sets equal to null or 0. Here the probability of mutual exclusion events equal to 0. Okay. So if there are mutual exclusive events, then P of A union B equal to P of A plus P of B. So actually this is the formula addition theorem on probability only. If both of these two events are mutual exclusive, this is 0. So that's why this is P of A union B equal to A and plus B. So these are the things. Suppose here these are the mutual. Depend on one thing happen, other thing is not happen. Suppose if these two are independent. So if two events are independent, that is here E1 and E2. Otherwise, A and B are the independent events. Here, Then A and B are the independent events. That is, here two events E1 and E2 are said to be independent if the occurrence of the event E1 is not affected by the occurrence or non-occurrence of the event E1. అంటే ఒక ఈవెంట్ అక్కర్ అవుతుంది అంటే దాని యొక్క డిపెండెన్సీ అనేది ఈవెంట్ పని పైన ఉండదు. సపోజ్ ఒక ఈవెంట్ పని అక్కర్ అవ్వడానికి సో దీని యొక్క నాన్ అకరెన్స్ పైన డిపెండ్ కాదు. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ టూ ఈవెంట్స్ E1 and E2 are to be independent if occurrence of E1 E2 is not affected by the occurrence or non-occurrence of the event even whether that is occurred or non-occurred, that is not depend on the whatever the event is occurred. Suppose if the E2 is occurred, that happening is not depends on this E1 as well as not happening on this E1. Okay. Now here in this case probability of A union B equal to probability of A into probability of B. So this is what the multiplication theorem on the probability. This is the for independent event. This is also called as multiplication on multiplication theorem. Okay. Now see one problem on this. So here A and B are two possible events. So here is A and B are the two events, possible events of an experiment. That means two are the possible events. Now here A intersection B equal to this అంటే దీని మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? మ్యూచువల్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ ఈవెంట్స్ కాదు. ఓకే, probability for both of these two are 0.6. So probability for A equal to 0.3. Then you can find out the probability of what is the probability of P of B. So here one point is A and B are mutual exclusive and other one is independent. So first you can find out whether these are the mutual. First you can find out mutual events. So in the mutual events, A union B equal to P of A plus P of B only. P of A and P of B only. So in this case, mutual exclusion అవుతే ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది మనకి here P of in the question given this is for the A union B, not A intersection B. So here mutual exclusion nothing but what only intersection B equal to 0. Now here we know the value for this one is 0.6, for this value is 0.3. So now 0.6 minus 0.3 equal to P of B. So this is for 0.3. P of B equal to also 0.3. Okay, so this is. And another problem is what only if A and B are independent. If A and B are independent events. So then if it is the independent events, now formula sorry for this. This is what the intersection with the union. If it is a mutual out there, mutual events out there, mutual events, then A intersection probability of A intersection B equal to 0. If it is if it is a independent events, then probability of A intersection B equal to probability of A into probability of B. Okay, this is what intersection. If A and B are the independent events, now P of A intersection B equal to P of A into P of B. Now what is the value for this? P of A is 3, P of B is also 3. Now this is what only P of here. And one more thing, this problem is not depends on this, so that we are not right. Okay, so this is only. Now you can write the formula of addition theorem for this. ఒకటి మ్యూచువల్ ఈవెంట్స్ అయితే P of B ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి, ఇండిపెండెన్స్ ఈవెంట్స్ అయినప్పుడు కూడా P of B ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో ఫర్ దట్ ఫస్ట్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్ములా. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఈవెంట్ ద ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ ఈస్ లైక్ దిస్. Now the addition theorem of probability is P of A union B equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Okay. now equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A into P of B. Here P of A plus P of B minus P of A. Okay, so here I'm taking P of B as minus. Now here P of A value is, so now substitute the values here. That is P of A union B equal to 0 0.6, P of A equal to 0 0.3, P of B. So here 1 minus 0 0.3. Now 0 0.6, 0 0.3. Here this is what 0 0.7. Now 0 0.6 minus 0 0.3 equal to 0 0.7 into P of B. Here 0 0.3 divided by 0 0.7 equal to P of B. So now P of B equal to what only? P of B equal to 3.7. 3.7 nothing but 0. So directly you write that 3.7 and 3 by 7, otherwise like this. So here make options low. Suppose in this case 3 by 10 or 6 by 10 or 1 by 2 or 7 by 10. ABC like this. So here we got the 0 0.3, that's why 3.3 by 10. So in this case, suppose some they can also given the options in points, otherwise like this. So if you are got this one, 3 by 7 is the answer. So this is for the probability concept. So tomorrow we will discuss some questions on these concepts, whatever the problem formulas we will discuss. So each and every problem formula we can discuss some questions